What's up everybody, and welcome back to another DC Cars and Planes unboxing. Today I will be showing you Dan Sclarcenberge and Kim Carllins. I'm very excited for this unboxing video, mainly because Dan Sclarcenberge was a cancelled Final Lap single, and also because Kim Carllins is a new character / release. So let's get right into a review of their packaging. You can see right that they were released in the Piston Cup series, and these two were released in 2016. So it's like a 2-year-old release. You can also tell because it has the Daredevil Garage app, and now that's actually off the packaging. Kim is 14 out of 14. Dan is 13 out of 14. I really like the art. They go together pretty well. The bio for this series says, the King, Chick Hicks, and McQueen compete in a tiebreaker race to win the Piston Cup Championship. And here is the directions on the Daredevil Garage app, which I'm happy they took down. And yes, they took this down on the App Store. I know some people weren't happy about it. I know some people loved it. But me personally and some others are pretty glad they took it down, because it wasn't a very good game to begin with. And I did get this off Amazon, and the packaging got damaged, but I don't really care, mostly because I'm not keeping the plastic part, I'm just keeping the card part, so at least the card part did not get damaged. Okay, so now let's open these guys up. So I'll be back with these guys out of the package. Hey guys, I'm back with Kim and Dan. Straight out of the packaging, and before I get into the review, I'd like to show you something that I found out more about. So you know that I thought the thing that holds them in, I thought it was just a little one, but as you see here, it's a big crack. Look how big that is. I wonder even how Amazon was able to get it that much damaged. But at least it was just this, not the cars. So that's good that the cars were not damaged in the process of this shipping, only the packaging. So now let's get into the review of this, and for me, I want to start with Dan Sclarcenberge, mostly because I've been looking forward for this car for a very long time, so this is a very remarkable / amazing moment for me. So let's start with Dan Sclarcenberge. You can see that Dan is a green car, and he's actually one of the reporters for RSN News, I believe. I think he's the one that reported McQueen missing in the movie. So you can see on his expression, he looks a little bit like concerned or confused. He has a very detailed grille and headlights. He just has this plain brownish black trim on the side of his doors. Apparently the camera is not really focusing on Dan. On the back, he has very detailed headlights, and his license plate reads, there we go, his license plate reads WE6WU, and the text above it's too small to read. Yeah, it's too small to read, and I really like the backlights. They're very well detailed, and he has that black stripe going around here to the back to here. He's just a basic car, but nonetheless, he is probably one of my favorite in the collection of my cars so far. So let's have two cars to compare him with. One is the RPM Crew Chief, so he is actually a similar model. But as you see right here, Dan is a lot smaller than the RS model. He is a lot smaller. And the good thing about this is, different license plates. The RPM model reads L2814, I believe. So that's completely different from Dan. And they are actually different sized models. I'm very pleased by that. Another model that's similar to Dan Sclarcenberge is Tom. He's one of the officials that He's like a security guard or something. I don't know, but look at the difference. Tom is like about this much bigger than Dan in length. Even have different rims. I really like that they have different rims. I think this is a unique rim, so I'm happy they did that. Sadly, he's not 3D-eyed like Tom here, but he's a cool car. Okay, so now here is Kim Carllins. And if you notice, I zoomed in a little bit. It looks like we get a better perspective when it's zoomed in. So I didn't do that with Dan, but now I'm doing it with Kim. Just wanted to let you know. So if you are wondering, hey, it's zoomed in closer to the cars. I'm explaining you why. So Kim is like the assistant reporter for Dan. She's also a basic model in my opinion. Flat eyes, grille, headlights, sweet rims. Back of it has a license plate that reads ML115, and yes, this is the same license plate as Marty Brakeburst, and I'll show him very shortly in comparison. I really like the brake lights on her. But yeah, she's a pretty basic car. Now let's compare her to some of the other cars. Here is Marty Brakeburst. He is one of the Piston Cup fans. And you can see right away they do not have the same license plate. Oh, my bad. They do not have the same license plate, but she does actually have the same license plate as Gil. Let me show you Gil very quickly. Here's Gil. Here's Gil. You can see right here, ML115, ML115. And that was actually a license plate used a lot in the Cars 1 releases, like Fishbowl. You know, when Cars 2 was released, the first wave of cars, most of them had the license plate Fishbowl. It's just like this, but for Cars 1, it was ML115. So here's Marty Brakeburst. They actually look pretty similar in body. The only thing is that she does not have a mouse plate, but Marty does. Marty's a pretty cool release. Now here's Carlline, the wide track. I believe this is her name. She is a similar model to Kim, but not quite, because she was changed a lot over the years. Kim, I'm sorry. Sorry about that. She changed over the years, like in 2011, I believe, was when the Final Lap series was released. No, 2008, I think that's when the Final Lap series was released. She was a big scale, but now she's a smaller scale. A scale that fits the same size as Kim and Marty. And yes, I did do an unboxing video of her. So if you'd like to check that out, I'll put that in the description. You can see they are very similar cars. Similar rims. They do not, she apparently does not have a grille like Kim does. And completely different license plates. Hers reads 87E912. And I believe the text above it reads Las Vegas or something. I don't know, but pretty smart to read on camera. And that is actually it for this review. To my opinion, I feel like this is a successful one. I feel like this one is a very successful release slash unboxing video in my opinion. And this may be actually one of my favorite unboxing videos I've ever made. And before I sign out for the day, let me just compare Dan Sclarcenberge here with another cancelled card that I have reviewed. Percy Handbrakes. Yes, these two guys were cancelled cards, and now they are released. I'm very happy for them to be released. These two were one of my, like, when I saw the photos of them on Google, like when you Google these guys' names, when they weren't released, I saw the diecast models, they canceled diecast models. They looked spectacular, and ever since then I kept Googling them, and I kept finding, like, why aren't these guys released? And these two were Final Lap cars, just like they canceled Final Lap cars to be exact, just like Wilmer Flats, which was actually released this year, 2017. And apparently Kit Webster was a Final Lap cancelled car. So let's get him out very quickly. Yes, I know they don't really go together, but Kit Webster was apparently a cancelled Final Lap car. And yes, he was released in a box set and in 2014. But he was a cancelled Final Lap car, and I think that's cool to have him. He's also one of my favorites in this whole series of cars I own. But this is a spectacular image you see in front of you. Sorry, I moved the camera. This is a spectacular image. But if you take out Kit Webster, it makes it a whole lot better. Yes, I know I'm geeking about this, but it just looks spectacular together. Just because they're basically just two cancelled cars coming together, reuniting with the whole rest of the gang, which is all the other cars I own. Okay, and that is actually it for this review. Sorry about that interruption with Percy Handbrakes and Kit Webster, but I just felt like I needed to show them with Dan Sclarcenberge. Okay, so this is it for this review. I hope you liked it. Have a great day. Bye.